Hello and welcome everybody. Oh my god, I don't have any sound, but who needs in-game sounds anyway? Welcome to another one of Goose the Grey's solo casts, and today I will actually be covering the placement games of another co-caster that is playing on the NA servers. It is Disciple, as you may or may not know him, and he is going to be playing Mordekaiser mid. It's something I haven't seen in a very long time, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it, because I want to see what he can do with it. I know he's already played it twice in his placements, and he's won one and lost another. So we'll be looking out for what he can make happen here. Looking across the board, we have a Darius against a Renekton matchup in that top lane. We have a Warwick versus Vi in the jungle. We have Mordekaiser up against a Fizz in mid. Then a Jinx Lux lane up against a Twitch Leona. And we haven't seen a lot of Lux lately either. But one thing I really want to point out is Twitch. In my opinion, he is the big underdog AD carry for the early Season 4. He has a stealth, he has added mobility, he has nice attack speed. He has a very nice ult for the late game. He gets really powerful. And he has a lot of early game burst as well. So he's really just a nice all-rounder. The only thing he doesn't really have is a nice escape mechanism. So he's kind of vulnerable early game, but thanks to his stealth, he's still able to escape from ganks fairly well. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this bottom lane will work out, especially with an aggressive support like Leona. And Leona did go for the Doran's shield, so she will be fairly tanky, will be fairly beefy early on in the game, and they might be able to make stuff happen there. Also, we have a Warwick in the jungle this time. So, not Darien style, not up in the top lane, just in the jungle. As we see both junglers picking up their blue buffs, and they're going to be moving across the map over to their other buffs, and be looking to make the first couple of ganks happen. So as you can hear, maybe my voice is a little crappy, and my microphone is not of the best quality right now either. I had to give away my old one again, because it was only borrowed from a friend. So until I get a new nice new microphone, sadly, the quality will be a little off. We do see the first couple of trades, and Mordekaiser are actually doing pretty well against Fizz here. Both of them down to about half HP. And Mordekaiser really, as long as his shield is up, he will trade phenomenally well. Once that's down, Fizz actually does a lot of damage, and Fizz did start with a Crystalline Flask, so he will have a lot of sustain there in that lane, and will be able to just keep on trading over and over and over again. Darius, we actually saw him in the Challenger Series last night. It was a rather fun game. Now, one thing Jat mentioned was Darius's trade differently. Oh, Mordekaiser here actually has to be careful as we see another engage in bot lane. Lux is getting caught out here, and Leona doing a lot of damage. That might be the kill. Yes, it is First Blood with the Ignite and the Poison actually going on to Twitch, and now they're looking for Jinx, but Twitch going very low. Still has this barrier though. There's a stun onto Jinx. The Poison is there as well. The Zenith Blade misses though, and that's going to be Leona flashing away, and now Twitch still getting the kill, but getting picked up in return. So 2-for-1 trade. Vi was making her way down there as well, but she is a little bit too late. However, that does end up with a 2-for-1 advantage for the red team here at almost 4 minutes into the game. 5,500 to only 5,000 gold. Mid lane, Mordekaiser already went back, picked up a Doran's shield for himself, trying to live a little bit longer there, but that gives Fizz the early CS advantage in the mid lane. So, what I was going to say, the way you want to play Darius, especially towards the late game, is you want to apply your bleed stacks and then go in with your ultimate, because that deals the maximum amount of damage. You don't really need the reset. Sometimes it is better to just deal the maximum amount of damage to a chosen target and let your team get the executes, especially with someone like Jinx on your team. It works really well. So once he has 5 bleed stacks on an enemy, I'd be looking for him to instantly use his Noxian Guillotine and then let Jinx finish it off with a rocket, because she does have a very powerful execute. Now we see Vi coming around to the mid lane, only doing a little bit of damage. Warwick also around there, but Warwick, of course, a very weak ganker as long as he doesn't have his ultimate yet. So we'll be looking for him to make his way back there once he is level 6. Right now, not too much of an impact yet. Mordekaiser maybe getting himself caught here. He's taking a lot of damage. Wants that kill onto Fizz, though. Not quite going to get it with a spike. And now he has to run away. Vi chasing under the tower, taking the first 2 hits, is going to back off. And Mordekaiser could have backed off. Could have turned around as we see another Zenith Blade and a stun onto Jinx. Luckily, the Flame Choppers are there to keep Twitch off of them, but he flashes, he wants this kill, gets a poison on, that's the expunge, and that's another kill for him. Mordekaiser, meanwhile, in mid lane, picked up a kill as well. Warwick is there, the shield is going to be enough to to keep Mordekaiser alive throughout that, and he is going to survive, picking up a kill for himself, Warwick picking up the other, and all of a sudden, it's 3-3. Wow, so much action back and forth. It is now a 1-2-0 Jinx, a 1-0-1 Mordekaiser, a 1-0-0 Warwick. Very nicely done from Warwick there to be there at just the right moment. And nicely done from Mordekaiser as well to take out Fizz on his own. Now Twitch actually going very deep, taking a tower hit, luckily dodging that late binding out of Lux. Could have been dangerous. He already has a Bilgewater Cutlass and now an 11 CS advantage over Jinx. All she has is that Vamp Scepter. And this is really just a huge disparity in that lane. 3-1-0 Twitch is scary. And he just picked up an Avarice Blade as well. He may actually... Is that going to be sort of the Divine build? It could be. It would be rather interesting. I haven't seen that in a long time. So we see Renekton aggressing up in the top lane, and there's no mana on Darius whatsoever. Renekton could have even tried to dive that. He did have his Ignite and his Flash up. However, Darius, of course, going for the full combat summoners. Ignite and Barrier. Could have probably survived that somehow. And there's another Zenith Blade in the bottom lane, and the stun comes out as well. Vi is around, but Twitch wasn't quite there yet. Can they still make it happen? There's no Assault and Battery yet. Twitch is running to get there, and it's just going to be a nice amount of damage. Here comes the Poison Cast, and it's going to be a nice amount of damage onto Lux as well. The Expunge coming out, taking half her HP away, and this is really just a huge advantage for the red team's bot lane here. They can completely zone out Jinx and Lux simply because they have to be scared of that Zenith Blade coming in any point in the time. And Leona's almost level 6. And when she does hit level 6, that Solar Flare may just be the start for yet another engagement. Vi right now looking around the mid lane. He's going to go in with a Vault Breaker. This is going to be a little bit of damage, but there is the ultimate on Mordekaiser, and he's doing a lot of damage to Vi. She's going pretty low, but he doesn't have a shield right now. There goes the Ignite and the ultimate onto Fizz. Fizz is dead, and that's a Ghost now. Can they go... can he keep going onto Vi? No, he cannot. And in the bot lane, we saw Jinx going down yet again. Now it is a 4-1-0 Twitch. He's just wreaking havoc on that bot lane. A 1-3-0 Jinx. And all she can pick up every time she goes back is only another Doran's Plate. Now Mordekaiser actually diving. Has to back off, though, after eating a couple of tower hits. That's not going to work out for him. Does a little extra damage with the Ghost. Oh, that was a very nice spike, but it's not going to be enough to pick up the kill. Vi just going to be safe. However... we see clear favorites coming out here. We have a Mordekaiser that is currently 2-0-1, soon going to finish up his Will of the Ancients. And we have a 4-1-0 Twitch in the bot lane with 41 CS, really dominating that lane. And it's going to be interesting to see where this will go. It's still 4-4 on the board, 600 gold in favor of the red team, though, thanks to better farming. And this may... snowball even farther out of control. Another Zenith Blade, another Shield of Daybreak onto Jinx. This time Twitch wasn't there though, so no extra damage layered on top. Of Jinx is level 4, whereas Leona and Twitch are both level 6. They could probably kill Jinx under the tower just with the Solar Flare and the Spray and Pray. Would be pretty interesting. And Darius just losing out in that top lane as well. He's not having a good time. He still hasn't gone back, so he's sustaining himself with nothing, basically, up in that top lane. But he's falling very far behind in CS. He's 28 to Renekton's 53, and he only has that Ruby Crystal. And he's just falling farther and farther behind. He's constantly out of mana and can't really make anything happen. One thing that's interesting, though, is Warwick instantly going with the recurve bow. He's looking for a very fast... come on, Sven. Wit's End. That's the word I was looking for. Looking for a very fast Wit's End in this game. And it is going to be pretty okay, as Fizz will definitely deal a lot of magic damage. But in my opinion, there would be better items that he could get right now. First, he needs to be a little tanky. Then he can do damage. And for damage, there are a variety of other very nice attack speed items that also synergize very well with his ultimate. So, for example, even a Blade of the Rune King, in my opinion, would do more for him in this game than the Wit's End, especially against high HP targets like Leona, Vi, and Renekton. So, back in the mid lane, bashing heads again. Mordekaiser and Fizz. Mordekaiser seemingly coming out very nicely ahead here, now with a little bit more than a 20 CS lead, and of course those two kills onto Fizz. He turned that 1v2 situation around earlier simply due to a level advantage, and right now he's still he keeps bashing onto Fizz and always has a shield as we go onto Jinx yet again. And where's the Solar Flare? There's a flash, and now comes the Solar Flare. Lux is level 6. She may be able to go down here. The spray and pray came out. There's the Lux laser actually, and Twitch going very, very low. The poison's still going to take Lux out, but there was Warwick in for the nice gang, perfectly timed. Nice shutdown gold. There goes the Ignite onto Jinx, but I think she might be fine. No, she's not. The Ignite takes her down. She still had a health potion. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you drink your health potion instantly. And Mordekaiser, lots of damage again in that 1v2 situation in mid lane, chasing both Fizz and Vi off. He's just a monster right now, feeling very confident, very happy there for himself. Overall, in that bot lane, it was a 1-for-2 trade, I believe. No, actually a 2-for-2. Both of the bot lanes died, and that's the Ignite onto Fizz. Fizz gonna go down here. The Assault and Battery came out. That is not where you want to go, though. There's a flash. Mordekaiser's still picking that up. Warwick not even with assist there. The tower gonna take down Mordekaiser. That's a nice 500 gold shutdown for Renekton. Mordekaiser a little bit deep there. He could have backed up a bit sooner, but then again, he couldn't really have known that Warwick was gonna flash. This, meanwhile, leaves Darius to free push the top lane, and that's really what he wants right now. But Renekton is chasing down Warwick, and Warwick running for dear life. Is he going to be able? There's the Ignite. No, he's going to tick down. Red buff, of course, kept slowing him down, so he wasn't able to escape. That's going to be a nice 2 kills for Renekton. He's going to be very happy with that, because his job towards the late game will be to be that wall of meat, to shield Twitch from any possible damage coming in. He did finish off the Blade of the Ruined King now. And that's just scary. That's not a Twitch I want to fight with. And Jinx just knows this. And there's another Solar Flare. Luckily, the Light Binding hit Twitch, so he wasn't able to follow it up. But Jinx already back to below half HP. With the Expunge, she's going to go even lower. And this just keeps happening over and over. And she's got less than half of Twitch's CS. This is not good right now for the blue team. They're in a lot of trouble here. Warwick needs to come around more often with his ultimate, or they need to make other things happen. He does have his Wits End completed now, so that's going to be pretty nice. That's going to be a little bit of damage, but he has to make it count. He has to make the right ganks now, and he has to really help his bot lane get back into this game, because Mordekaiser's obviously doing quite well for himself in the mid lane. He doesn't really need any help. If he's able to dive 1v2 into the T2 tower, that's not somebody that needs help. There are 2 other lanes that need help. Bottom and top both could use a little bit of defending. And right now, as if they sniffed it, the red team's bottom lane playing very, very careful. Very far back, as if they had sniffed Warwick being around the corner. And Vi's in the top lane, looking to make something happen there. But that's going to allow... Oh, the ultimate from Fizz actually comes out. Not going to do anything, because Mordekaiser wasn't in the tower, and he did have his shield to shield the damage. So he's just going to put a little bit of damage back onto Fizz, and is going to back off again. It did, however, clear out the wave, so Mordekaiser not in any position to keep pushing that. Vi backed off from the top lane, Warwick backed off from the bottom lane. Everybody just going to be peaceful for now. I'm surprised how careful Twitch and Leona are. I mean, they have the Solar Flare again. They could just re-engage yet again, but they're not doing it. They're playing very careful, very far back. It's a very nice move there. Not risking anything. Playing with your advantages. Leona almost has the Sunfire cape, and that's when she gets really annoying because she's so tanky. Off top of all that crowd control, and now they go in. Here's Jinx. The Ignite is on her, but the Flame Chompers catch out Twitch. But there's another stun, and Jinx, despite getting down the Flame Chompers perfectly, may still go down. She's under the tower. She does look like she's gonna survive. This is finally gonna be the tower in the mid lane. Sorry. Nose is stuffy. When the nose is stuffy, it's hard to talk. As Warwick here trying to chase onto Twitch, but he's not going to be able to make anything much happen. This is really risky. Twitch circling around behind them, and he does get the kill with the Blade of the Ruined King active. There's the ultimate out of Warwick, but it's too late. Oh, the final spark actually coming out. That's going to be the return kill onto Twitch. Lux picks that one up for herself. So sadly, they lost Jinx. Jinx was a little too overconfident, stepped a little too far forward, wanted to keep farming, and Twitch with his stealth circled around behind them, picked her up for himself. He didn't use a spare here either, so he's still going to have that for the next fight. And this is really just, it was a 1-for-1, so I guess well played by Warwick and Lux. Sadly, they lost Jinx. They can still come back from this. I believe. Anything is possible when you smell like Old Spice. So, we'll see what they can make happen. But at this point, The red team's already getting pretty scary. They're picking up big items. There's a Sunfire Cape on Renekton, plus another Ruby Crystal. There's a Spirit of the Elder Lizard, actually, on Vi, so she's going for damage. Doesn't even care about being tanky. Then there's Fizz, who has a Sheen looking towards that Lich Bane as fast as possible. Then Twitch, of course, as I mentioned, Blade of the Ruin King, Avarice Blade, and he already added another Vamp Scepter onto that. So a lot of life still on him as well. Leona's got the Sightstone done with a nice amount of HP, then looking towards that Sunfire Cape as fast as possible as well, so she's going to be really, really beefy. And on the other side, all the resistance that is offered from the blue team is a Giant Spell on Darius, a Wit's End on Warwick, which is really nice, but then the Will of the Ancients on Mordekaiser, and really nothing on Jinx, and then a Chalice of Harmony plus a Ruby Sightstone on Lux. So the blue team very far behind here, and they have to make things happen. They have to make things count for themselves. But with that tower they've taken down, they're actually almost equal in global gold right now, 21,400 to 21,800. But as I said, they don't have the items yet. So if it came down to a 5v5 fight now, the red team would definitely win, and we can see there's 1,600 gold on Darius, 1,000 on Warwick, 1,900 on Mordekaiser, and once they've spent that, it's going to be a little bit easier for them to take over a fight. Right now, though, just farming, just peaceful. Vi actually looking for an invade, but the blue buff is not going to be there. She's going to get the time around that. And Darius has to be careful. That's a double buff Vi that is ahead of you. You can't fight that as far behind as you are right now, Darius. Vi picked up the Boots of Mobility, so she's going to be zooming around the map everywhere. Everywhere. As Mordekaiser just keeps pushing mid lane. He's just such a monster right now. And he pulls aggro from Renekton as well. Renekton keeps coming down here, which at least lets Darius catch up a bit. Darius was very far behind in CS early on. And this may be a very bold call. Because Renekton came down, the red team has actually got a numbers advantage on that dragon. And right now, with Mordekaiser and Warwick there, oh, they might be able to turn this around with counter engage, but the Light Binding missed. And here's the engage. Solar Flare came out. That's a lot of AoE here. Nice Lux Laser, though, catching out 3 of the enemy members. And there's the Ghost on Vi, and that's going to be very nice for them. Fizz now coming into the fight. Mordekaiser going very, very low. Warwick took out somebody else. He took out Leona, though. And now Fizz and Twitch were both untouched, and that was devastating. That was a 2-for-3 engagement in favor of the red team. They kept their carriers alive, and even though Jinx was able to escape, she wasn't able to do the damage she needed to do. She got herself a kill, which is nice, but it wasn't enough because they were the wrong people. When Leona and Vi go down, it's not as bad as if Twitch and Fizz had gone down. And it wasn't bad per se, considering they were in a 4v5 situation, but it could definitely have gone better. Now with Darius here, they may be looking to aggress onto Twitch, but that would be very dangerous. I would not recommend that. As Renekton is still hanging around as well. So a very bold dragon call, and it did cost them in the end, but it could have gone much worse as well. And Mordekaiser now has actually got a Deathfire Grasp complete. It wants to spike targets down. So we see Fizz with a Lich Bane. He's got that done as well. So all the big items coming out. And Twitch is 8-3-2. Jesus Christ, that is a scary rat. Not somebody I would want to deal with. And he's just going to be abusing his advantages. Lux now getting caught out a little bit. The Flame Chompers, that's one thing I have to mention though. The Flame Chompers have been beautiful from Jinx all game. They've always been in a position where it prevents the follow-up from Twitch. So he was never able to capitalize on some of the catches that Leona has made. Same thing goes for the Light Bindings. They were always so well placed that Twitch was not able to follow up. But here they go with another nice Zenith Blade, and that's going to be certain death for Jinx, and another kill onto Leona, onto Lux, of course. Leona just walking under the tower. Look, she doesn't even take damage. Oh, that tower hit not even on her. Twitch is going to take that one. Nicely done, very nicely tanked by Leona. She knew exactly how much she could take. Warwick now coming around. And, oh, Twitch, why would you do that? He stopped the recall from Leona. That's going to mean she is dead to Warwick. Oh, the stun actually coming out. Still going to die, though. Can they get the double buffs onto Twitch? There's the ultimate, and yes, Twitch is going to pick up that kill. Twitch, really, really scary right now. The rocket, way too late. Not going to be able to finish him off. He's not low enough either, so never mind on that. Mordekaiser was looking to make his way down there, but even he cannot take on that Twitch right now. But it does mean that all the kills are focused onto basically one person on the red team. All of them on Twitch, 10-3-3. And if Mordekaiser towards the late game gets his Ghost, on a Twitch. That's going to be really crucial. If they can spike down Twitch, that's going to be huge. The Flame Chompers this time around, sadly not in the best place. Oh, but he does get the Twitch Ghost. Nicely done. So much spike damage with that Deathfire Grasp. Then the Ignite, then the Ultimate, and then the Q. Very nicely done there. That's going to be a dragon for the blue team. Going to get that global gold back a little bit. They're only 1,000 behind. They do have a tower taken down, though, whereas the red team has none. So the red team basically has about 1,000 gold in the bank. As soon as they start pushing out and take down towers, they're going to get those 1,000 gold. As we look across, we actually have Twitch picking up that Bloodthirster. So going for a lot of lifesteal here rather than just raw damage, which is fine. I'd have expected him to build the Infinity Edge, especially considering how far ahead he is. That would have been my item of choice. As Jinx trying to take down that tower, Lux actually frees her from the first stun with that Mikael's Crucible, and they are just going to be able to back off. Leona, though, defending that tower 1v2 with everything she takes, and is able to do it. So, nicely done there. Tower pretty low. And I don't really know why Darius would ever build a Hex Drink in this situation. Oh, they get the kill onto Renekton. Mordekaiser with the roam there. But Jinx now taking out that tower has to escape from the bottom lane as well. He's going to be able to as Twitch is top. And this could be really dangerous. It is now a 2v3. But Mordekaiser doesn't have much. There's the ultimate. The Vault Breaker comes in as well. And the Assault and Battery, of course. There's a shield going down. Vi going to pick up that kill. Can they get Fizz? No, they cannot. And the red buff still going to take down Warwick. Wasn't the red buff. Was the Ignite from Fizz. That's going to be a 2-for-0 trade there, and Leona just keeps going in on Jinx, and almost killing her alone. This time around, she's in trouble, though. Going pretty low. If they can keep her crowd controlled and chase, they are going to be able to pick up that kill. Oh, there's a stun, and she does manage with the Sunfire Cape. She picks up the kill, and Jinx just getting too close time and time again. At least Lux will be able to pick up the return kill, but those are things that are not allowed to happen. In a 2v1 situation against a support, you cannot afford to let your AD carry die, and that's just how far behind Jinx is at this point. 18 to 15 in kills. 1,000 gold between the two teams, but another tower down in favor of the blue team. So 2-0 in towers, but they're still so far behind in gold. They have to pull even soon, or they're in a lot of trouble. Mordekaiser now looking towards that Rylus Crystal Scepter. It's going to be pretty nice for him. Slow enemies down while giving himself extra HP. I'm not sure, though, if Azania's Hourglass might be more powerful, just because of the invulnerability, which he needs against the spike damage out of Fizz and Twitch, because they can burst him down. And Mordekaiser really relies on his shield for damage mitigation, and if he's not able to keep that up, or get it up before a fight, then he's in a lot of trouble, and it's shown. Darius actually rushed Warmog's armor. I haven't seen that in a while. It gives a nice amount of HP, but other than that, really, there are items provide a large amount of other stats right now. And Darius isn't really one that scales that extremely well off of a Warmog's armor. It makes him really scary because he's a tank, but he doesn't do anything either. He just sits there and is tanky. So what? And so I don't really like that pickup. And I don't understand the Hex Drinker pickup whatsoever, because magic damage is not the threat here. It's the AD damage out of Twitch. So if he had gotten a Randuin's Omen, that would have been a lot more powerful for him. And now Lux getting herself caught out there. Renekton almost going to take her out by himself. The Assault and Battery came out, and that's going to be a flash out of Renekton. She has the Ignite on her, but is running away fairly far. Mordekaiser there in a lot of trouble. Does manage to flash away from the Fizz ultimate. Manages to get the shield up. There's the ult, plus the Warwick ult onto Leona. That's going to be a kill. Nicely done there, turning that around. Picking up something for themselves. There's a Lux laser, not really doing anything. Scratching the enemy's backs. As Twitch finally made his way over to the mid lane, he did take out the tower bot, but now he is in mid, and now the blue team has to be careful again. Mordekaiser is pretty low, Lux is pretty low. They could get taken out very, very quickly if Twitch decides to go in. Here Renekton actually decides to make a move. Fizz on top of that. They do a lot of damage in return. Renekton going pretty low. Renekton has to be careful. The Ghost not tanking up the tower. It was actually Mordekaiser himself. Renekton makes it out with about 200 HP, but now Mordekaiser in a lot of trouble with Vi coming back around. The exhaust comes out, but now Fizz is still not done, and that's Mordekaiser going down for sure. Oh, is he gonna get the kill? No, he's not! Not for now, anyway. And that's Fizz picking up another kill. That was really close, and now Twitch happily picking up the one onto Lux. Warwick, what are you doing? you let your support die in that situation, so he's going to go down. Jinx got herself into a very bad position there as well. Now Darius comes in. Twitch is just one by one picking apart the members of the blue team, and now with Leona here, that's surely going to spell death for someone if they stick around, so they're all backing off. And yeah, my voice is dying. So Leona goes in onto Jinx, actually gets the Shield of Daybreak after the flash still. The Solar Eclipse, not quite enough to pick up the kill. But I mean, this is Leona, forcing flashes, barriers, everything out of Jinx, and almost killing her on top of that. This is really bad right now. Jinx needs an item. Finally, she has the Infinity Edge. You know, some people will just go with a single build, with the same build every single game, which looks like what Darius is doing, what Jinx is doing, because you have to adapt. If you're this far behind, it's not always worth rushing the Infinity Edge, which is one of the most expensive items in the game, with 3,800 gold, approximately. Sometimes it is better to just build a Bloodthirster instead. It's a lot cheaper, and still gives you a nice amount of early stats, so you at least have a chance in some of these fights. Whereas if you just wait for the Infinity Edge, you're at very few items for a very, very long time, and at a huge disadvantage for a very, very, very long time. And I don't know if I really like that choice there. Anyway, we do have the blue team trying to siege up mid lane with 5 members. 4 from the red team there to defend, and Mordekaiser are actually taking a lot of pain from Twitch. So Renekton is split pushing up top, trying to take out that tower. He is going to get it with this next wave, so that's going to make it 2-2 in towers. The red team has to make something happen here to make it count. They can actually catch out Vi, but there's a Solar Flare, and now there's a lot of damage. Vi goes down, but so will Darius. Now Fizz gets caught out. Can they get Twitch, though? Twitch sitting there with the spray and pray, doing so much damage across everybody. Leona is going to go down as well, but Twitch got 2 kills in return together with Leona. And that actually makes it a 3-for-3 right now. Can Twitch get more? Renekton is finally back, but that was a 5v4 fight for the blue team, and they got a 3-for-3 exchange, which isn't bad per se, because they're so behind. They're happy with everything they are able to get, but it could be better. It could really be better, and they need to make it better if they still want to make it count, if they still want to get ahead in this game at any point. Mordekaiser now has a Riley's Crystal Scepter completed. Darius has another Giant's Belt. Warwick finally has a Spirit Visage completed. Jinx building towards a Blade of the Ruined King, I guess? Don't like that either. It's not the best item on her. It's better for her to build lifesteal and then some attack speed, but she's going to get taken out here by Twitch. No trouble at all. That stealth, really vicious. He was able to get right next to her. She had no clue. Is taken out yet again. And Twitch now, with a Blade of the Ruined King, Bloodthirster, and a Static Shift, and building towards a Trinity Force, is so devastating. The amount of damage he can put out in a very short time is just really, really high. It's not something the red team can deal with, and the blue team can deal with. So they actually catch him out. Are they going to be able to take him out here? The exhaust came out as well. There's a suppression. The Solar Flare comes in as well, though. Yes, they will get him. Darius with the execute onto Twitch. Nicely done there. And now there's Mordekaiser in the fight. A 4v3 situation right now. Vi is off in the top lane. That's going to be another kill for them. Warwick picking that one up. 2-for-0 trade so far, but they did lose the dragon right before. So they're still okay for the red team. They have to get out now. They have to save Fizz, and then they have to try and defend this tower down here in the bottom lane. The blue team is looking for blood. Vi could stay up in the top lane and push that, but Jinx is going over there, trying to defend that. And the blue team will actually have a pushing advantage for now. Vi does look like she's going to decide to stay up there. And it's going to be interesting. Vi not the best split pusher, but she does have the Spirit of the Elder Lizard, I guess. So she's not the worst either. Could be better, though. She has a random summon. That's really nice for her. As the blue team takes out the bottom inner tower. It's funny, the blue team has had the turret advantage all game, but they're still always behind. Right now, 2,000 gold between the two teams. Jinx wants to do something about this blue buff being taken away, but Vi is a little bit too scary for that. Can't really do it. Now Mordekaiser, can he cut off Vi? No, he cannot. Goes back to the mid lane. Farms that wave for himself. And yeah, Renekton, already pretty scary at this point, with a Spirit Visage and Sunfire Cape, plus a Vamp Scepter, and the Ninja Taibai, of course. So Twitch now having that Trinity Force completed as well. Leona has a Sunfire Cape and another Giant Spell. Every member on the red team is just tanky and scary, but they can't make it count yet. Twitch got caught out in that last fight, and that just snowballed a little bit out of control. Then they tried to save him. Vi, of course, wasn't in the fight, and Mordekaiser came around at just the exact right moment in order to make more happen. Of course, it would have been very nice had he gotten the ghost from Twitch, but now that Darius getting caught out, all 5 members from the red team there, they're trying to get onto him. Does look like he's going to be safe for now. No, why? He's going almost back in. Very risky there. They can't afford to do that. They cannot afford to full-on 5v5 fight right now, because when they're grouped up and the solar flare comes down and the spray and pray is layered across that, it is just a lot of AoE damage in a very short time. Then the Fizz ultimate, then Renekton in the middle of all of that. The Vi ultimate will of course knock everyone aside when she chooses someone in the back line. And you know, there's so much synergy on the red team. I really like their picks, and they're really making it count. Here's the fight. Solar Flare on 4.5 members. There's a fish as well on 4 members. The spray and pray coming across everybody. And that was a very fast 3 kills. Lux and Warwick just running away as fast as they can. They get completely caught out there. The blue team, terrible fight for them. Just a really nice engagement from the red team. This Solar Flare was beautiful. It stunned 4 members and slowed the 5th. On top of that, the Fizz Fish then caught 4 members in it as well. Then the spray and pray was hitting 4, partially 5 members. So much damage so very, very quickly. Of course, the dominance out of Renekton in the middle of it. I had just mentioned the AoE potential, and they made it count. They executed it perfectly. Now they're just tanking up the middle inner tower, taking that down as fast as they can. But Twitch is walking away. Why is he doing that? He could get the tower. Instead, he walks away. Vi goes down. Now he comes back. Fizz trying to escape. Does look like he is going to be safe. Is that poison going to be enough? No, it is. Yes, yes, it is. It lasts so long. It gets me every time. The shield from Lux, tiny bit too late. So Twitch with another kill. 15, 5, and 9. Very powerful here. And at this point, I don't want to say it, but it looks like the blue team doesn't really have much to offer anymore. Even though the gold is only about 4,000 between the two teams, they're steadily losing out. They're losing out in the team fights. And they've held on for dear life. Actually, still have a turret advantage with the minions finishing that one off in the top lane. So they haven't completely lost any and all map control. But they're not able to fight. And every time they try to push, it turns out horribly for them. Because they get turned around on. Because the engagement and team fighting potential from the red team is so high. The problem is they also have the better split push. They can just send Renekton up there to the top lane, split push all day, and Darius is not able to stop him. And neither of them have teleport. So in the end, the red team, the blue team, is at a disadvantage pretty much no matter what they do, what they go for. And it's something they have to figure out now. How do they deal with this constant threat? And I'm not sure if there's any way for them to be able to. I don't actually like that Twitch picked up yet another BF sword. He's probably looking for the Infinity Edge, which is a really nice item. But he's already got 4 offensive items. He's already doing the ridiculous amounts of damage. He should get a Guardian Angel now. Because the one danger that is there for the red team is if the blue team gets a nice engagement and is able to burst down Twitch with the help of that Mordekaiser ultimate and Warwick. Or he could get a Quicksilver Sash. Oh, there's the catch though. The Solar Flare landing onto Lux. That's going to be dead Lux for sure. A lot of damage coming out. The Ignite is out. Oh, she's actually able to walk away. Nice slow from the side from Jinx. And the Fizz had already expelled his cooldown invitation, so he wasn't able to follow up. And I'm surprised. Lux actually survives to live another day. But yeah, Quicksilver Sash would also be a really nice item on Twitch, as it would get rid of the suppression of Warwick. It would get rid of that Mordekaiser ghost that is ticking down slowly, and would be a terror for his entire team. It cleanses him from ignites. It does so many things for him. And it has an upgrade with a BF sword to the Mercurial Scimitar. So, really nice for him. Maybe he's actually going for that. The Infinity Edge would do more damage. I'd have taken the Infinity Edge instead of the Trinity Force, and then added a Mercurial Scimitar on top of that. Or Guardian Angel. Both of which would be perfectly fine. But, as it stands, he's got that BF sword, and the blue team is trying to make a push yet again. Vi isn't quite there yet. So not the full team fight potential, but it's enough. Solar Flare is not quite up yet. They had just used it, so it was the right time to try and push. But the wave clear at this point with the static shift, with Vi, with Renekton, with that Twitch is just way too high. They can't full on 5v5 siege. And here's the engagement now. The Solar Flare is up. Nice flame jumpers though, keeping Leona back. And off to the side, they're fighting Vi, Mordekaiser and Vi, bashing hats a bit. Now Mordekaiser getting himself caught out. He gets a nice amount of damage onto Fizz, but Fizz is not the main target anymore. He flashes over the wall. Solo Flare hits too. And there's the fight. Spray and pray across. And there's the Zhonya's Hourglass out of Fizz, doing so much for himself. But Mordekaiser doing very, very well there. Not quite able to survive it though. Does get taken out by Twitch, takes out Twitch in return, but Twitch gets Warwick as well. So it's a 1-for-3 trade right now. Leona really low, the rocket not hitting her as well. Jinx, what are you doing? Behind you there's a Fizz, there's a Vi, there's a Renekton, and your Lux is in trouble. And you're just chasing a single kill? Now you're gonna get circled and taken out very soon. Flame Chomper's luckily keeping her safe for now. Is she gonna be able to take out Fizz? What is she doing? She's not even attacking him. She can't run from this. You have to fight it if anything. Yes, she does get the kill at least. She wasn't able to get away. If she had instantly gone onto Fizz, she might have been able to take him out and then run away towards the Tribush area with that Get Excited passive. She gets so fast, she might have been able to escape. As it stands, she went down, picked up the Static Shiv after going back more or less involuntarily. And it is now 32-24 in kills. About 6,000 gold between the two teams. 5,000. Yeah, 6,000. Almost 6,000. Still a 4-3 tower advantage for the blue team though. So despite the red team winning out in the team fights, they've not been able to capitalize on it. And Twitch actually went for a second Bloodthirster. That's his third lifesteal item. He's got the Blade of the Ruin King with 15. Then he's got 12 plus maximum of 6. He's got another 18. 36, 40, 51% lifesteal. That's a lot. And we'll see what he's able to make happen with that. Of course, it's really nice for him. But as I said, I think a Quicksilver Sash would do more for him at this point. It would have saved him there in that last fight. Oh, Fizz actually going very low there. Nice burst damage out of Mordekaiser. Is he going to be able to get away though? There's an engage out of the red team, and Jinx is not here. This is awful. Mordekaiser trying to go onto Fizz, trying to get that ghost out, but Twitch is just sitting there, taking him out. He's not going to be able to survive. Rocket once again misses its mark. Fizz is going to be able to walk away, and this is going to be clean up from the red team. Warwick trying to get away from this. They're using everything to keep him alive, but now Twitch going to take out Lux, and now Darius has nowhere to go either. Leona going basically alone up against Jinx under that tower. Another kill. Nice flash out of Twitch, picking up that kill for himself. He's now 26 and 11. What a terror all game. And this might actually be game. It's certainly going to be an inhibitor. Warwick has nothing to say about this. And they could keep pushing as well. There's still 16 seconds on Mordekaiser. They could have gone and taken out another tower. They could rush Baron right now. It does look like they're just going to be doing Dragon. They're being careful, which is fine. You know, play it safe. Finally, they've been able to grab a real advantage after winning a fight. This is the moment they've been gearing up for it. Vi going to take out that bottom tower. That's going to be pretty nice for them as well. So making it 6-4 in towers. Going to be picking up the Dragon. And then retreat, buy items, and move out again. Twitch is at his full build now. How much gold does he have? Because the last thing you can always do as an AD carry is actually sell your boots, and with 3,000 gold, you can then pick up a Zephyr. So you get a little bit extra movement speed, you get extra crit chance, I believe, you get extra stun reduction, so tenacity. All of these nice little things that really help you out in the long run. Fizz actually might be getting himself caught here. The Warwick suppression came in, and Fizz going very, very low. He's trying to juke backwards. It's not. Is it? Oh, it is going to be enough. Wow. It looked like Warwick stood still there for a second. Oh, Mordekaiser. Looked like Warwick stood still there for a second, but Mordekaiser are going to be happy to pick that one up. And yeah, Twitch actually sold his boots. Is he going to get the Zephyr? He may just be waiting for the last little bit of gold. I'm not quite sure how much it costs. It's at 3,770. Oh, he goes for a last Whisper. It's not stupid either. But there's not enough armor to really make it count. I mean, he'll do even more damage. But as I said, I want him to get defensive items. This is incredible. And this will make him a lot slower as well. I mean, the Trinity Force gives him a little bit of movement speed. But for example, the Zephyr would have given him a lot more. I do believe it provides like 6% added movement speed. It's Mordekaiser trying to pick up the kill onto Vi. I do believe he's going to get it. Yes, he will. But he's in a very bad spot right now. With that ghost, he's not going to be able to survive against the 3 members of the red team. Twitch, Renekton, and Leona taking him out there. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, I guess. Fizz was already dead beforehand. But Twitch is just the driving force for the red team here. There's nothing the blue team can do to pitch against him. And he's just been dismembering them every single fight. He's just been standing there, dishing out his damage, picking them apart, and cleaning up afterwards. And they don't have an answer for him either. Leona protects him so well, and she has that Randuin Zone, and she has that Sunfire Cape in order to mitigate any and all damage coming towards him. So now Warwick gets caught in the Solar Flare. There's a stun out of Renekton. Leona goes in again with the Zenith Blade. Twitch is a little bit late to the party, but they are going to be able to pick up at least one kill. No, the Fizz ultimate messes, and that's still going to be the kill, though. Renekton picking that one up. And now it's going to be the chase. Lux using that Talisman of Ascension to try and run away. Twitch got the slow though, and there's a Zenith Blade. That's going to be Darius going down, and Fizz still chasing on to Lux. Nice Jinx slow though, keeping Lux safe for the time being. Jinx may be able to get herself caught here. Those are the Flame Jumpers. Tries to cut off the path of advance for the red team. Now Mordekaiser's back, but Fizz is retreating. Twitch actually going off to the side again. If he was here, this fight could go up heavily in their favor, but that's going to be 1 kill. That's going to be 2 kills in favor of the blue team. Twitch, why are you abandoning your team? It doesn't make sense. He still had spray and pray. He still had a barrier, but he walks away and farms the jungle instead of picking up more kills and possibly the win here. So, it happens. People tend to do this. Not grouping with your team is a common mistake in solo queue. We do see Mordekaiser now at full build as well. There's a Void Staff on top of all those other items, the Death Cab as well, of course. So we see Warwick has now finished up a Frozen Heart as well. Finally, someone with a little bit of armor on the blue team. It's taken them way too long. As Mordekaiser actually picks up a Guardian Angel. I have to think right now. Oh, what did he sell? I can't tell. Oh, he sold the Will of the Ancient. That was a very dead Lux. That was not what you wanted to happen. Nicely done from the red team, picking up a free kill for themselves there. By Flash, but that's not too bad. She still has her Assault and Battery to get into the backlines, of course, and Twitch here, in stealth, walks up right next to Darius, does a nice amount of damage. It's going to prevent any fighting going on from the blue team. Jinx, of course, now has that last Whisper completed as well, but she's at 3.5 items. Twitch is at 5+, as he has already sold his boots. He's actually at 6+. So that just shows the immense difference. Then Mordekaiser is at least at 6 items as well. 6.5 since he sold his Will of the Ancients. As Fizz is still not even Quaid at 4. So that's nice for the blue team as well. This right now gets really dangerous. Why is Twitch going back? He's recalling right when it's a very beautiful time for his entire team to push. And it just draws out the game. He's just stalling so hard. I guess he's having fun. He doesn't want to quite end it yet. He followed my advice. He picked up a Mercurial Scimitar. Oh my god. He got a defensive item. Okay, cool. I'm really happy about this. That made the wait worth it. He finally gets something to protect himself. Now he can finally get into a team fight again. Can't he? Maybe. Maybe. He sold a Static Shift for that. So he's going to have a little bit less wave clear. Was that a flash out of Darius? No, it was the flash out of Renekton. Okay. Right, Darius doesn't have one. This is actually a nice push from the blue team, completely calling them out. They saw Twitch in the top lane, forced off Renekton and the rest of the red team, and then went on to that tower. Nice ward off to the side from Mordekaiser, and he has to engage the Solar Flare coming out. A lot of damage onto Darius, but he's tanky. That ultimate from Fizz also going on to him. Here comes Twitch, though, off the side, picking up Jinx almost instantly. Can Mordekaiser get him? Why is the directed camera not letting us watch that? This is the interesting part here. Twitch going pretty low, but not quite dead yet. There he goes. He survives. Even through the Guardian Angel of Mordekaiser, they were able to take him out. Pretty chaotic fight. I mean, I want to rewatch that because I was not happy with camera movement. Go here. No. I skipped way too far back. Okay, so here's a nice push down the mid lane. They take out that tower, and then they sit under the tower. And this is Exactly. Renekton goes in. There comes Vi. And now comes Leona off to the side. She puts a beautiful solo flare across this, stunning Lux and Warwick. There's Mordekaiser already taken fairly low. They get the first kill. Then they're going to get another one. Vi going pretty low. Fizz only hitting his ultimate on Darius. That was really nice. Fizz is still going to go down here. Jinx is going to get taken out really quickly. Still manages to fire off the rocket. Isn't quite enough, though. Then Leona took that out down there. And up here, Mordekaiser's Guardian Angel is popped before Twitch is really fighting him. And then once he comes back, he just gets instantly taken out again. His shield is not enough to mitigate the damage. Twitch took out Lux, then turns around, takes out Mordekaiser, and then cleans up. That just vanished. Of course, it was the Ghost. So, really nice fight there by the red team, picking up those kills for themselves. I do believe. Let's see what they got in the meantime. Nothing. Once again, they've not really done anything. This is not what I want. I want all, but I want the Shadow of War. I want the Fog of War. Ah, there it is. What was the shortcut? F. Okay, I've messed that up. The blue team actually going for Baron. Yeah, they do pick it up. Wow. That was crazy. They got a nice pick on Twitch. Curses. Now I have to go back again. Twitch up here. Mordekaiser catching him out. Wow. 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 Mordekaiser and Twitch. Twitch probably shopping at this point, and then a beautiful combo rotation instantly explodes him. So then he was dead, and they did have his Ghost. Took out Baron with that. Very nicely done by the blue team, but here was another fight against them, and this time they're going to get completely demolished. Meanwhile, minions in their base taking out their Nexus towers, and Warwick here still trying to take him down. He does manage to take out Renekton, but now Fizz is going to chase him down. Of course, Twitch is already back alive as well. That's going to be Warwick going down here. There we go. Fizz picking up that one. That's an ace! A clean ace, despite having Baron. And will they finally let me, you know, rewind without punishing me for it by letting me miss something else? So, they're down here. Red team already getting a double kill onto Mordekaiser before that. Then the fight still snowballs farther ahead. Renekton there off to the side. Jinx just gets exploded after picking up a kill. They're still going on to her. She's losing so much HP. Then they go in there into the Tribush area, still take her out after she takes out Vi. So Jinx actually, for the first time, really had an impact on a fight. Okay, go back to live. Twitch, solo pushing the top lane. Taking out everything. Backs off a little bit to let minions be there. And look, he sold his Mercurial Scimitar again to pick up a Static Shift, and sold his Last Whisper again to pick up Boots. He's just got too much gold. That is almost disrespectful. But, not thinking he needs items. He's at 400 CS in this 48-minute game. So he's farming like a monster compared to everybody else in the game. Mordekaiser are also really nice at 365. 16, 11, and 8. Very nice for himself there. But it's not enough. He's able to explode Twitch if he catches him out. But he's not able to do it in the regular fights. And in the team fights, the red team synergy and the red team's team fighting potential is just so huge. They've been able to explode their targets time and time again. But they haven't been able to close out the game. And at this point, despite the middle inhibitor being down for the blue team, the red team hasn't been able to finalize it. They haven't been able to close it out. And they've had a 16,000 gold lead for a long time now. Mordekaiser getting caught out here. This is bad for him. He's trying to go onto Twitch. He does not manage to get it, though. Twitch still at a lot of HP. With that barrier still above about 700 HP. So that's not what you want to happen. Warwick going into the backline does pick up Leona, but Leona's not the target of focus you want. Fizz going to get taken out, though. That's going to be really nice. Renekton going to get taken out here. And Twitch, the only one to escape, actually Vi in the bot lane. That's why it turned out so well for the blue team. Vi was split pushing, takes out that bottom inhibitor tower, is moving on to the inhibitor as well. Is not going to be able to get that one, though. He's going to get chased off. So that makes it a second open inhibitor on the blue team side. But once again, the red team not able to finalize it. And the longer this game goes on, the less the huge gold difference matters. I mean, Darius is still really far behind. He's basically got 2 items. And Jinx is still at only 4 items as well. Moving towards the 5th. Warwick only at 3 items as well. Moving towards the Sunfire Cape. That's going to help him out as well. So the blue team is slowly catching up in items. It's not quite fast enough, but the longer this game goes on, the more chances they actually have of getting one lucky team fight and pushing through to the win. And it can always happen. We've seen Twitch get caught out several times in this game already, and if that happens to him again, the game might still turn around. As here, Vi this time getting taken out. Oh, Lux actually picking up that kill. But another nice catch, and it just keeps happening. It keeps happening for both of these teams that single members get caught out, especially for the red team, because they're so overconfident, because they're 50 to 39, because they're 15,000 gold ahead. But they can still lose. They have to be careful here. It's ridiculous. The entire game, it looked as if the red team was decidingly in the lead, because they won the fights. They've won almost every team fight that they actually wanted to fight. If they didn't get caught out, they won. And even so, for the longest time in this game, the blue team had the turret advantage. Now, it is 5 to 10. We're at 51 minutes into this game. I have to get to class soon, so I hope they finish it before 2 hours time, because else I'll have people very mad at me. And the red team's been in a gold lead for most of the game as well. Whether it was 2,000 or 15,000 doesn't matter that much right now, because at this point it may as well be 2,000. The items are closing in from both teams. The red team actually putting up a nice little trap there towards the dragon. Dragon is alive. Baron will be back up in 1.5 minutes. That'll be crucial. Whoever gets that Baron will have a huge edge in the next couple of fights. But Jinx picked up a static shift now as well. Jinx is at a full build for a traditional AD carry. She's caught up to this Twitch. As incredible as it may sound, the only advantage he still has over her are his potions. And of course, you know, maybe skill. But that's all it boils down to. And I prefer her build over his. She also doesn't have a defensive item though. In my opinion, she should be selling the Bloodthirster and getting a defensive item like a Guardian Angel in there. That would do a lot more for her. As it stands though, red team making another push onto that exposed middle inhibitor, and the blue team has to make something happen. This is an opportunity to fight, but they can't. They let it go down. But this is going to then become very dangerous, especially if the bottom one goes down as well. The blue team can't let this happen. They have to stop that second inhibitor from going down. There's the Soloqueue. The fight happens, but Twitch is off to the side. Mordekaiser spikes down Twitch. This is huge for the blue team. They've lost an inhibitor, but they're picking up kills like nothing else. They're getting a clean ace. What can they do with this? Baron will be back up in 15 seconds. A quadra kill out of Mordekaiser. Huge work there. He got that Twitch off to the side at the very start of that. That was huge for his team. They need to barrel down mid. They have 60 seconds to end this game. They need to make it count. Just push down mid lane. Where's that Talisman of Ascension? Oh, it was used already. That would be huge right now, just to give them a speed boost. They need to get to that enemy side as fast as possible. Darius will be able to tank it. Warwick as well. What are Warwick and Jinx doing? You do not need minion waves at this point. You just need to push straight down. You need to end this game. You have 30 seconds on the clock before Twitch is back. By that time, Mordekaiser will not quite have his combo back up. So they have to make it count before that. They're taking down the first inhibitor. So they're even on inhibitors now. That's what more can they do? Are they going to go for the Nexus Towers? 15 seconds on Twitch. Yes, they're going to keep going. Lux is tanking up the towers. Is going to get taken out very soon here. Flashes away with the Talisman of Ascension, saving herself. The first Nexus Tower is going down. Twitch is back up in 3 seconds. Lux has to stop and the second Nexus Tower is down. This may be the game here. The cage lands. That's going to be GG well played for the blue team. The red team couldn't close it out. Waited too long. And this is where score comes in. Score is not everything. After 54 minutes, the blue team takes the win, 44 to 52 in kills, 87,000 to 97,000 and a half in gold. They were just 5 to 10 in towers down. Now they're 9 to 10, so very close. But wow, that was just a single team fight, a single bad positioning from Twitch. If Twitch had had either the Quicksilver Sash or the Guardian Angel, he would have survived. They would have won the game, hands down. This is why itemization is important for an AD carry. A double Bloodthirster plus a Blade of the Ruined King is a lot of lifesteal, but that's useless if you get spiked down in half a second. So beautifully played from the blue team there, really sticking through to the end and making it count for themselves, making the win happen at the last possible moment. That was incredible, and I'm really proud of them. That was awesome to watch. I hope you enjoyed it as well. This is going to be it for me. As I said, I have to get to class, sadly. I love to stick around and ruin my voice a little more. But as it stands, I'll be back and doing more of these again in the future. As soon as I have a new microphone, the quality will be better again as well. If you liked it, please feel free to subscribe. Link will be in the description. Oh, of course, YouTube, subscribe. There's a button down there. Follow me on Twitter. That link will be in the description. And like, follow, do whatever you want. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back for the next game. Have a good one.